And hey, we are live.
Hey everybody, this is Victoria Blanco, and this is our fifth session for the Empowered Lifestyle Hour Hangout. So this month we're going to be focusing on how to create profits from your passion, and this is going to serve as our part one. And we're basically going to be talking with you guys about whether or not blogging is dead. So we're going to go ahead and introduce ourselves, starting from the left to the right. So go ahead, Roger. Oh, I'm sorry, Keisha.
Yep. Ladies
Oh,
first. Ladies first.
okay. Hey everybody. This is actually episode 4, so I want to make that little correction. My name is Keisha Sumner. I'm actually also known as the Ivy Marketing Mogul online, ex-corporate professional here online who's been in the online industry for over 2 years now. Been very successful with it in different areas, and I have to tell you that being online is one of the best things that ever happened to me. It completely changed my life. Like I said, was in corporate America, and I was very unhappy with how things were going there, was unfulfilled, and found up and connected with some folks online, and my life has changed ever since. Had my first $1,500 day soon after getting involved in a system that we'll talk about a little bit later. And everything else has just been, just been a blessing since then. My life has just completely changed. So welcome to our community here at the Empowered Lifestyle Hour. You're going to hear some tips tonight that are going to blow your mind when it comes to blogging and things that you could actually incorporate into your own business if you have one. So definitely take some notes, and we're looking forward to you being here and joining our community and being a part of the discussion here. So thank you. Back over to you, Vicky.
All right, now we're going to go right on to Keisha. I'm sorry, to Yamina. Please excuse that.
All right. Hey guys, this is Yamina Hall here, and I actually got online not too long ago. I would say about 2010. I worked in I messed around with several different network marketing companies, and only to kind of get burnt out with all of the family and friends, chasing family and friends, doing home parties. So I was looking for a way to do something online, and so I ventured online, and I found two mentors. Actually, I found Tracy Walker and Nicole Cooper, and these two just kept popping up, kept popping up. So I was, checking them both out, and I decided to partner with them and get online in this network marketing venture. And I'm so glad that I did actually partner with them, because these ladies definitely know what they're doing in the internet marketing space, and I learned so much from them over the past couple of years. And since being online, I have been able to generate an income online from my computer, learning these special skills that you can take with you anywhere, not just with what we do with our community, but you can take them anywhere. And it's just been a great journey, and I'm so happy to be part of this community.
The man of the hour. Go
Yes.
ahead, Roger.
Well, hey guys, Roger Silvera here out of Tampa, Florida. I want to welcome you guys to tonight's Powered Lifestyle Hour Session 4. And we're going to be talking a lot tonight about just really positioning yourself in the marketplace and how to utilize the effectiveness of blogging, and really we asked the question, is blogging dead? And you're going to find out tonight a lot about what being able to utilize this tool, what it means to somebody like yourself that is an entrepreneur and looking to get their ideas and their passions and their interests, and or even existing businesses out there in the marketplace, learning how to effectively position themselves in front of the right people. So we're going to dive into that tonight, guys. I'm so excited. I'm looking forward to tonight's session. Back to you.
Awesome. All right, so the first thing that we wanted to do before we started, talking about blogging exclusively is just kind of go over the fact that kind of review the fact that you need to know exactly who you're talking to. You need to know who your target market is. Because really, if you don't know who you're talking to, then there's really no point of blogging, right? And so I wanted to kind of get you guys' opinions and let you guys tell our audience why is it important for you to know what your target market is and how beneficial that is for you when you're blogging.
Hey, Vicky, I'm gonna jump right in there because that's one of the things I'm actually really passionate about is those marketing techniques that'll help you to be successful. So, for instance, one of the things with blogging is that there has to be some kind of focus, and we'll talk about those things tonight. Everybody's got their techniques, but there has to be some kind of focus. And the when we talk about target market, it's easy and it's very easy to get to for a lot of marketers out there to not know what a target market is or how to define their target market. They come into a business online and they're thinking, oh, I just want to make some money, but that can't really be the focus because not everybody may be motivated to make the money necessarily. There's always usually a reason why people really want to kind of make money online, right? So identifying the people that you want to target will get you to the results faster. And we think that if we put a broad net out there, that we're going to bring a bunch of folks in. But really, you want to hone in on the people that you talk to because why? It's not going to be so much of a hard sell. It's going to be a soft sell to those people if those people are targeted. You'll get to those people faster. It's easier to sell to them because you're going to be identifying with them, and it's how to being able to incorporate that into your blog is like really the big thing, right? So when you're doing that and target marketing your blogs, it's very easy to actually write a blog post from once you know who your target market is. So I think that's just one of the really good really good tips that we can share for you guys tonight. That defining your audience is something that a lot of marketers don't do, and will set you apart when it comes to incorporating certain techniques that'll help you make some money via your blog.
Wonderful. Yeah, and I think the biggest thing with blogging is all about really finding your voice, finding what you are necessarily passionate about, but just understanding that what flows out of you naturally. Most people, what they do is when they come online, they try to conform when they should be trying to create and creating a new voice. Because I think the biggest thing with people is that they have skill sets and talents that have embedded in them, even from an early age, that they don't recognize, and it's underneath the surface from all the stuff that's been thrown at them. And so most people's confidence when they come online is that is low because they're trying to find their voice, they just don't know how. And the beauty about blogging is that you can say whatever the heck you want to say, and it's a forum where you can express your views however you see fit. And that's what I love about it, is because there is average everyday people that can become extraordinary simply by doing some very, very simple things that we're going to talk to you about tonight that most people take for granted. And there's people that get consulting jobs that have very have the ability to break out and start making the type of money that they truly want to make simply by just learning some very simplistic skill sets. And blogging is a centerpiece of that. We're going to talk more about that tonight, how you can now start to position your ideas in front of the right people with the right message. Back to you, Victoria.
Awesome. And I kind of want to go back to what Keisha was saying and saying how once you figure out who you're talking to them becomes easy, right? It's kind of like when you talk to a friend, you know exactly what to say to them to get them to understand what you're saying, even if it's just a look, right? When we have close friends, you can give them a look and they know exactly what you mean. That's how well you want to know your target market, to the point where when you write a blog post, it'll connect to them, um, even if you're talking about riding a bike, right? You know that because who your target market is, they want to know the scenery behind you riding that bike. behind you riding that bike versus someone else. If someone else were to write about riding that bike, they know that their target market only really cares about the destination. So it's just all about really honing in on knowing who you're talking to, and that's what knowing who you're talking to is what makes you being able to talk to them a lot easier for you. And so, Yamina, did you want to jump in and share your views on that?
Yeah, I also wanted to say that, you know, yes, it's good to know who you're talking to. A lot of people want to make it broad, but you have to definitely get really specific of the target market that you are talking to. Like some people may say, well, I want to target network marketers. Okay, that's really broad. Maybe you want to target single moms that are network marketers, right? Or you may want to target women who want to stay home, stay at home moms. So you really have to get real specific for your target market, and make sure that your target market is your avatar, because I think that would be easier for you to create content for that avatar, seeing that you're very familiar with that avatar. You kind of know, say if you're a stay-at-home mom and you want to help other moms stay at home, so you kind of know, you want to know where they hang out, what they do, what they're reading, what kind of clothes they buy. You want to be kind of become your avatar, so it can make it easier for you to market to them. This way, doing content, doing your blog, you'll be able to stand out, number one. And number two, it'll be much easier for you to just blog on a regular basis, as opposed to you sitting there trying to figure out, well, what am I going to talk about today? Because that's where a lot of people get hung up at. Well, what am I going to write about today? If you're writing to your niche, your avatar, you can kind of just, write about the experiences that you're going through based on your avatar, and it becomes easier for you. And so therefore you can come up with all kind of content. So that's what I think about when you get specific for your target market.
Absolutely. That's exactly what I was thinking about. When you look at your target market, you have to be so specific to the point where, like Yamina was saying, that you know their favorite color, that you can say, or that you've given your avatar a name. You know what I mean? Like John is worried about this today. And because you know that John is worried about this today, you can write a post specifically tailored to exactly what they're worried about. So it's very important when choosing your target market to be very specific, because it's that specific. I don't even know if know how to say this word. It's that, it's that attention to detail is what's going to make it easier for you to cater your blog posts and cater your marketing efforts towards them. And so just to get the target market out of the way for the evening, because that is what's really going to be what holds your blog up when you start blogging. Just like I think Rogers have said this on one of our previous episodes, if you're marketing to everybody, you're marketing to no one. And so it's important to know exactly who you're targeting, because it also makes it easier for you. It also makes it easier for you once they get into your organization to speak with them, because if you're grabbing random people into your organization, they might have problems that you're not aware of. But when you're talking to specific people and you get in those specific people into your organization, it's easier for you to connect with them on the basic levels because you targeted them. And so just from there, we're going to go ahead and go into a few tips on, starting your blog and why blogging is important. So, Keisha, did you want to go over a couple of the things that you want to share with them based on the results that you've gotten with your blog, and let them know why you feel like blogging is important to your business?
Sure, I'll get the ball rolling on that. One of the things that's unique that I believe that I bring to the table is that my focus is on health and wellness. So I love health and wellness. I'm actually in school right now to become a doctor. So I'm really excited about that. And actually, I'll tell you guys a little bit more about that later if you want to hear the story. But that actually came as a result from being a result of me being in this community. So I told you it was life. I told you in the beginning it was life changing, right? So if you stick to the end, you'll see how you can make that life changing decision. But um, so one of the things that I do on my blog is I talk about health stuff, and I'm also a raw food chef, so a certified raw food chef. So through Holistic Health. So that's one of the things I talk about. I talk about recipes. I share recipes. I share how to use tools that people don't really use, like dehydrators. I have that on my blog. What you can use, how you can use a dehydrator to, to make really great food. And I focus on that. And one of the first tips I'm going to share with you is just to stay passionate, and stay centered on and focused on your blog. The reason why is because it'll become easier for you to write about something. Because a lot of people come in and say, "Oh, I'm not a writer. I don't know what to say on my blog." Blah 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 blah. So of course we talked about one of the driving factors being your audience, right? So what's important to me after that is your message, right? So your message, it will come from your blog. So and staying passionate and true to what your love is. And I know Yumina can identify with that. She'll probably talk about that later. And staying true to that is what's going to drive success in your business. So that was the first tip for me, to stay really passionate around your focus and never go away from that. Also, staying something that's kind of coupled with that is staying true to your brand. A lot of times when we get into business, we can kind of cut corners sometimes because we're kind of sort of desperate to make some money, or desperate to do this and desperate to do that. But stay true to your brand. One of the things that I kind of brand myself with is the Ivy Marketing Mogul. And I gave myself that name partially because of my association with my sorority, but also on top of that, I wanted to be able to share with people how they can have marketing success and how they can become powerhouses and long lasting, because the Ivy just kind of grows wild. How they can have long lasting success in their business. And that's my brand. So my brand is being able to share these different techniques with people, and to show them how they can do it with a business. Because a lot of times people, it's kind of hard. Well, how do you figure out how to fuse your business in with blogging and blogging techniques? And do I really need these marketing techniques that you're showing me that I need? When you already have a business and you're having a little success. So bridging that gap between your brand and the techniques and things that you need, is something that you want to stay very true to. Another tip that I have is, sticking to maybe one or two strategies. So, marketing strategies. So when I say that, a marketing strategy can actually be your blog. So your blog, I think I'll probably share a little bit, but one of the things that in terms of your blog, what you want to do is, when you're writing a blog post, is be very specific in terms of, adding some SEO techniques to your business. And that's one of the things that, we have in our system here in our community that you can get. You can get really great, I mean, like super fast, easy information about how to add SEO techniques. And I'll give you, I wonder, should I share one tonight that I incorporate? I incorporate a couple. I'll say this. One of the things that I include in my into my blog in terms of SEO strategies is keyword research. So taking a keyword and like putting it all throughout your blog post, right? So making it a part of your title, making it a part of the first line that people read, making it a part of the last line that people read right before your call to action. Okay. So I actually just gave you a bunch of tips right then and there. Okay. So Those that's one of my my last strategies for you in terms of your blog. So those are the techniques that I use. So the first one that I said, stay passionate to what you're blogging about and what you're talking about. Don't veer away from that, even if it looks like people are having success somewhere else. Don't veer away from what you're passionate about. Let that be the driver of your profits. Also, staying true to your brand, even when it looks like you want to change focus. Stay true to your brand and let that be a driver as well. And then again, sticking true to one or two, not a bunch of strategies that'll actually help you in your business. In terms of your blogging, adding SEO and making it SEO rich, adding call to actions to your blog post. So those are some of the things that I use in order to be successful. And if you have a business, you can certainly connect with us here to see how you can actually use even more strategies that you'll see on the inside of our community once you get started with us. And you can always get started anytime you want to below by clicking any of the links below. But yeah, so those are some of the strategies that I've used to be successful. And actually, what's interesting too is I talked to somebody today, and she asked me, "Well, what's the difference between your blogging platform and one that I can go get that's all ready for me?" One of the things that's very unique to us is our community. Okay, so one of the things that we kind of do is we help our community members um, uh, drive organic traffic to their sites too, which I love. Like I can go to Roger's page, put some comments on, and that'll help him in terms of his being his Google ranking. I can go to Yamina's page, put some comments on there, and start a conversation around one of those blog posts. And people will start to kind of see what's out there and what's going on. If it's a great discussion, it may lead to something even potentially going viral. So that's one of the things that's very unique for us, and that obviously helps drive in business. And that's and something that we did free. So those are some of my tips for you guys out there, and hopefully you took some notes and for you to be successful in getting your blog posts and creating that profit around your blog. That's
Awesome.
mine.
Thank you so much for sharing that, Keisha, because you hit the
You're
nail
welcome.
right on the head, right out of the gate, right? Because I think that a lot of people, when they think about blogging and they want to make money using their blog, they think they have to blog about making money, right? They think that it has to all be about marketing strategies, and they think it has to be about how to get leads. But what we really push in our community here is that you can blog. I mean, you can make money blogging about whatever it is that you want. And Keisha, as well as Yamina, are one of those people that is living proof of that, because I mean, she blogs about health, something that she's passionate about, something that she's looking to do, something that's going to be guiding her life pretty soon, because she's going to be a doctor, and she makes money doing that. And so I think it's just important to know that you don't have to blog about anything specific to be able to be profitable. And so I just wanted to make sure we kind of wave that red flag, just in case you guys looked over it, and know that it's important that when you are blogging, it's something that you're passionate about, and that way you'll never get tired of doing it. Yamina, did you want to go ahead and share some tips for blogging?
Yeah, can you hear me?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Yeah, another thing I wanted to add on top of what Keisha was saying. Also, when you do blogs, guys, when you do your blogs, it's great to have visuals, like incorporate pictures inside your blog. Google likes that. Also, people love to read blog posts that does have pictures as well. If you're not, such a big writer, you can also do what they call vlogging if you're comfortable with doing videos. So you can actually do, excuse me, you can actually do a video blog, which is great too, with content on the page. So that will, give you more Google juice, because Google loves videos as well. And you can also have those videos search engine optimized as well with keywords, which that's maybe if you guys are on here and you don't know that language that we're speaking, you can definitely learn that inside of our community. It's not, it may sound like a big word to use, but it's not really that hard. We have a lot of training on that for you. But like I was saying, Google loves videos. I love doing videos in addition to writing. I rather talk than actually sit down and write something out. But on your blog, you don't have to have a whole lot of words if you decide to put a video with it. And you can also have your video transcribed as well, so it can kind of save you some time in doing that. That's just a little tip for you guys who like maybe want to do videos but don't actually want to write it out. You also want to share your blog posts on your different social media platforms. So of course you want to, share it on your Facebook, your Google Plus. If you are in LinkedIn or there's so many sites. Pinterest, you can do videos on Pinterest as well, Instagram. So there's so many different social sites that you want to be able to syndicate your blog posts, because you want to get as many eyeballs on your blog posts as possible. Because most people think, I'm just going to write a blog post and I'm just going to throw it up and everyone's going to come and see my fabulous blog post, right? It doesn't work like that. And you sit back and you wait. It doesn't work like that. So you have to syndicate it, get eyeballs on it. Like we do in our community, we go and we comment on each other's blogs. We have groups where we can put our blog posts in. So that just gives us more traffic and more juice with our blogs. And plus, we are on a great platform, the Kalatu platform, which is awesome inside Google. So that's helping us get a lot of rankings, helping us having a lot of people see what we're doing, and helping us generate leads and sales for our business. So it's really, a no-brainer. And actually, to put a blog up like this by yourself, it would cost you a lot of money and a lot of time. I've actually worked with some other blogs. I wouldn't say, just depending on what you want to do, it can cost you money, but just the time of putting your own blog together. If you don't know what you're doing, if you're just a newbie and you have no clue about plugins and all this other stuff that we're talking about, that can just be a really big time consuming headache. As with what we have here, everything is done for you. Everything is done for you. All you have to do is go in and put your content in. We even have in our back office that they'll give you titles that you can actually use to give you some ideas of what to write about. So who does that, right? You couldn't do that on any other platform out there. So, the community is great. The blogging platform is great, especially for people coming in who've never ever blogged before and have no clue. It's basically a plug and play for you blog. You just have to do the work, get it syndicated, and become part of our community. And I don't want to say it's easy. It's not going to be easy, because it's something that you're going to have to do on your own, of course, every day. But if you follow directions, stay consistent. We have a 21 blogging day challenge that we do consistently that helps you stay on point with your blogging. So if you stay plugged in and do what we tell you to do, you should not have any issues as far as generating your first sale or your first $100 or her first $25 online. Income disclosure, because I don't know what your work ethic is, but if you get in the community and you do what we say, you follow the directions, it can definitely work out for you. So I know I said a lot, but those are my those are my tips on as far as the Kalatu blogging platform.
Awesome. Thank you, Yamina. I hope you guys was writing, because she was giving you guys some exclusive stuff. And just to, kind of reinforce what she was saying, this platform is like nothing that you've ever seen before. And someone actually just asked me the same questions that they asked Keisha today. What's the difference between WordPress and what we have? And the biggest difference is that to get a really good theme on WordPress, you're going to have to pay some money. They don't just give the quality themes away. What we have is, we have pre-made themes that are professional, and there's nothing like getting professional work for a low price. Um, so I just wanted to throw that out there, and then we're gonna go over to Roger and have him give you his dynamite blogging tips.
Well, for me, and I was sitting down actually with a few friends of mine today, and we were talking about Blogger and other sites like that, and and obviously, I kind of shared my 2 cents there, but and I don't want to bash other platforms, but I know what we have, and that's all that really counts. I know what we have in front of us. And the biggest thing that we have in front of us is a community. I think that's what separates our platform from other entities. Because obviously, as a blogger, technically, you're pretty much alone. Unless you really know what you're doing, it can be very tedious, time-consuming, and very expensive. Hosting and all this other stuff that you have to do, plugins, and being able to optimize it. And, you may outsource a lot of this stuff. So to be able to have something where it's plug and play, and to be able just to have the ability just to focus on your content and don't have to worry about anything technical is a blessing. Here's what I like to show in terms of blogging content, like tips in terms of being able to share your blog content. There's a concept called a triangle of trust, and basically sending your blog to your email list. Okay, here's the thing: you can actually blog for traffic, or you can blog for engagement. There's 2 different ways you can look at it: blog for traffic or blog for engagement. Either way is good, and I do both. But your blog is a very powerful tool for your subscribers that have already come onto your list and want your information. Okay, so what better way to have them engage with you on a site that is purely your own content, and in a way where it's your own real estate, where you can share whatever you want with your subscribers. Kind of like having a group of your best friends at your house for Super Bowl, and you're just gathering around, and you're just sharing, okay, sharing information. And the thing is, this information is impactful to them because it's solving a specific need or an issue that they may be having. And so to do that on a consistent basis creates credibility and trust. And the thing is that without credibility and trust, you have no sales. Period. You have no sales. And so for me, I utilize the blog more from an engagement perspective, because the true power is really to bridge the gap from somebody that doesn't know who you are to somebody that truly falls in love with you, because you know what, you're speaking to them, your message is on point, you're targeting the right niche. And now the thing is, if you don't have a niche, or you don't know how to speak to that niche, then this is irrelevant. It's irrelevant. And the thing is, you must know, okay? And if you don't know, all I want you to do right now is very simple. Click that link below and get started with our community, because we actually have specific trainings that will walk you through this process, okay? See, here's the thing. People say, is it just a blog that you guys get, for whatever amount of, it doesn't matter. They could be selling it for $25 million, okay? Or they could be selling it for 25 cents. I could care less. It's the value that is beyond just the blog, the community, the ability to learn something, okay, from other people, the ability to tap into education that otherwise would not be there. All right, you could go scour the internet, and there would be a million things on blogging, okay, either paid or free, and you would actually have to sift through those to see which one is bullcrap and which one is actually real. And the thing is, you could continue to do that, and by all means, you could do that, or you can make a decision right now and actually get started with our community for $25, okay? And actually get started with our community and actually get the type of education that could take you from where you are right now to actually get more traffic to your blog, get more leads, quality leads, and actually learning how to take those leads and turn into sales. Well, how you do that? The core piece is blogging, okay? Because you can share your message and be able to solve somebody's need. And the thing is, 3 years from now, when you may even be long and gone, and you might will this business to somebody else And guess what? Somebody will click on that link, and guess what? They'll get started with, let's say, the wife of the husband that died, right? And so now the family continues to get residual income from a post that the husband did 3 years ago, because it was valued not only then, it's valued now. And that's the beauty about blogging, is that it's permanent real estate. It's not like a flyer where you can just throw it away. If you guys have been to a club, you guys know that there's tons of flyers on the floor. All right. And the thing is, as me, you know what? I put a lot of hard-earned money into that. I don't want my money going down the drain just because of that. Okay. So that's what in traditional. And let's say you're a network marketer, or you're handing out DVDs and flyers and things of that nature. All that stuff collects dust. Okay. There are a very small percentage of people that actually get it, and they will actually read that kind of stuff. But here's the thing. People will read compelling content all day long. If you know how to position yourself, ladies and gentlemen, and the thing is, if you don't right now, that's okay too. All we want you to do is click the link below and get started with our community, because guess what? You'll learn that kind of stuff. And the thing is, we're looking for action takers. We're not looking for people that are window shoppers. We're looking for action takers. And for the people that take action right now, okay, we all got bonuses that we can give you guys. Okay, we all got different things that we can give you guys. If you guys get started tonight, we'll actually throw in a free bonus. For me personally, I'll give you my copy of my Digital Marketing Mastery Blueprint. Free. Okay, talking about blogging and video marketing, 16 pages long, on how you can actually take blogging and video marketing to the next level. Now here's the thing. It's just information. It's just information, all right? Because I want you to get started with the person that got you to this line, okay? Whether it's one of us, whatever the case may be, you get started with that person, okay? Period. Now the thing is, you utilize my information just as education. Is that fair? Because all I want you to do is learn this stuff, ladies and gentlemen. That's all I want you to do. Because if you don't learn this stuff, guess what? You're going to continuously be behind the 8 ball, and you're wondering why you're not getting results. Because people will say, well, I want to share my message. I want to share my message. Well, here's the thing. If you don't learn how to blog effectively, it's not just writing a post. It's actually learning how to share that post in the right places where people can find it. And they will actually want to click on your content, will actually want to read your content, and they will actually want to get started with you because they feel that you're an authority figure for that niche. So I'm telling you right now, if you don't listen to anything else I say right now, listen to this. Take action right now and get started. Because right now, I'm telling you, we're not playing around. All of us want to see you successful. That's why we do this series. That's why, if you've been on the last 3, you heard Larry Beecham last week pour his heart and soul out, because we set the foundation for this to be from a mindset perspective, and then building into strategies you could take to actually earn income, because that's what we're doing. We're helping you produce the ideal lifestyle. And part of that is you taking action, because none of this stuff is irrelevant. It's irrelevant if you don't take action. So again, click that link below. We're looking forward to working with you, and either one of us is going to give you a call right after so that you can get started the right way. We're looking forward to working with you. We want to help you get the success that you desire.
Awesome. Talk about passion. And so I want to give my few tips about blogging right before we go into our final question for the evening. And so I kind of want to go back to what we were talking about before, knowing exactly who your target market is. And so once you figure out who your target market is, you want to take the time to sit down and think about what their problems are, right? What are they worried about? What are they struggling with in their life? And from those questions, what you want to do, getting into my first tip for blogging, is set up a theme for your blog. What are you going to talk about primarily on your blog? The good thing about blogging is you have the freedom to really blog about whatever you want. But the idea is to have a general theme so that when people think of, oh, I need a raw food recipe, oh, I know I can go to Keisha's website and she'll have a recipe there for me. So it's very important that you pick one thing specifically, 1 or 2 things that kind of go together, and you write your post based on that. If one day you decide you want to write about scandal or you want to write about empire, then you have the freedom to do that because it's your blog. But the reason why you want to make sure that you write about 1 or 2 things primarily is because then you become a primary information space for someone, because once they know that that's what they're going to come and get, they come back to you whenever they have a question about that specific thing. And then the next thing you want to do is go ahead and the next thing that you want to realize is that the primary reason why you are blogging is to get eyes on your content so that you can get them to your offer. That is the primary reason why you're blogging. So it's important for you to get your blog post in front of other people. So if that's dropping your link in different Facebook groups, that's what you do. But you have to realize, and you want to go into that space when you're writing your blog post. Know that I'm writing this to the best of my ability, knowing that someone's going to read this and feel inspired to join me. And so that is the primary goal of your blog, to write content for people to see and for them to join you. And then kind of going with getting people to see your blog, you have to kind of do some keyword research, right? Because you have to know what people are looking for in order to cater to their needs. And keyword research is basically just looking up words or phrases that you know people are looking for. There's a specific tool that people normally use. We'll share that with you as well. But that's basically what keyword research is. You're going out purposefully looking for the terms that people are looking for. And so that's what you cater your blog post to. And that's really the majority of what it is. Stick to what you know, stick to what you're passionate about, and write about that consistently, to where you become a place where people are going to come to for that specific kind of knowledge. And then you want to go ahead and make sure that you get eyes on your page, because people cannot buy from you if they do not see you. If you don't have a blog, if you don't have a website, you don't have a business, because that's the only way people are going to get to see you. There's no way that someone in Africa cannot see your postcard from where you are, but someone in Africa can see a blog post that you post on the internet. So that's the importance of a blog. You get to reach out to areas that you normally wouldn't get to reach out to just by doing the common offline things, or the things that they often tell you when you join a business. And so with saying that, I want to kind of get into the last question for the evening. And I wanted you guys to share with our guests, what has blogging specifically done for your business?
Who wants to answer that one?
So,
Since I gave my soliloquy, you guys can go ahead.
all right, Keisha, you want to go ahead and share?
Yeah, and I'll be real brief and real quick. I think blogging for me, and I'll be honest with you, I don't like writing. I am like a scientist. I'm a straight, like, I love chemistry. I love math. I'm into all that. But being a part of this community and opening myself up to something that's creative is what I'm all about. I've been able to learn techniques that have helped me grow my business, that have helped put money in my pocket. Like, literally, when you talk about creating money out of thin air, it's happened on multiple occasions. Okay, going into industries and going into areas where I never even thought that I would be into. Using social media and learning these techniques that you'll find inside of our community once you join us has been incredible. I mean, like, literally, I'm making money like right now, like seriously, like right now, because of the techniques and because of the things that I've learned. Like, literally, I have some traffic running on several sites of mine, and I'm literally making money like right now. Okay, I made some money earlier. So, once you join our community, you'll be exposed to some of these things. And what blogging, has done for me, again, has opened me up, creatively, learning how to, write a blog post in under a half an hour, speed blogging. That's been incredible. It has forced me to do things that, I need to do in order for my business, in order for it to grow, in order for me to stay, making the type of money that I'm making here, on a monthly basis. So, blogging for me has opened up a lot of worlds, and the thing about it is, Roger talked about it being a part of real estate, and Victoria talked about it about it being a part of, your real estate online. Um, Gosh, I lost my train of thought. I think what I was going to say though was that it's growing and it's not going anywhere. Everybody is going to want to have a blog. Everybody's going to want to have a piece of this real estate. The question is, where do you want that real estate? Where you want to park your car? Do you want to park your car outside of a community, or do you want to park it inside of a community where you can grow along with other people, where you have friendly neighbors? Okay. Where do you want to park yourself? The question is, do you like what you see here? The platforms that we're on, I mean, are just incredible. The things that we have available to us are really incredible. And, I really just like what we have in terms of a system. And I'll be honest with you and say too, it took me a long time to really figure out if I wanted to put my stake really in the blogging platform that I'm really paying for on a monthly basis. I'll be honest with you, because I was like, should I go over here to work? Even though our platform is based on WordPress, should I go outside of our system and do something, or should I stay inside? And at the end of the day, I realized, the street that I'm on is a good street, and I got some good neighbors. And and there was a number of reasons for that, but I really just decided that our platform is the best. It really is. It really is. Vicky said earlier, it's unlike anything you've ever seen before, and it truly is. And it's growing on a daily basis, and so that's something you just don't want to miss out on. And I mean, it's a minimal cost. I mean, very, very minimal cost. So you can actually get started. There's a link below that says join the movement today. It'll take you direct to the page to get signed up. And I would suggest you just get started with us today. I mean, just make it happen, So we'll show you all these other different things. But the blogging platform for me has been really successful. It's been something that has opened me up creatively. And when you're opened up creatively, many things, lots and lots could happen for you. So that's my take.
All right, Yamina, you want to go ahead and share what blogging has done for your business?
Yeah, blogging has, like I said earlier, I love to do videos, so it was a great platform for me to put my videos on. Also, in addition to the blogging, it kind of helps you hone in on your skill, because if you do it on a daily basis, of course, you're going to get a lot better at it. We all came in, didn't know anything about blogging, but over time, our blog posts have gotten better over time, of course, with the training that we do have in our back office as well, because we do have training. We're not just saying get the blog and just throw you out there and you start blogging. But we do have training available once you do partner up with us and get the blogging platform. So there is training for you that will actually show you how to set up your blog post, what you need. That's another thing I wanted to talk to you guys about, what you need to actually create a good blog post. And people think you need a whole lot. You just need a good title. Like I said, depending on what your blog post is about, you want to definitely put a picture in there, pretty good content. It doesn't have to be super long, but you want to put some content, value-based content in there. You don't just want to, get up there and start talking about anything. It has to be value-based, like we've been talking about the whole time. It has to be of some value. It has to also be able to solve a problem, and you have to have a call to action. I don't think a lot of us mention that, but you want to have a call to action at the end of your blog post, whether it's you want them to purchase something from you, or you want them to give them your email so they can get on your list and you can build a relationship with them. So there's actually 3 parts to doing a blog post, and once you do become part of our community, you'll be able to get that training as well, and it will be able to show you how to craft the perfect blog post for you. So I'm really stressing that we have training for you, so you're not in this alone. Okay, you have the training, you have us as your mentors, and you have the community. So for those of you who are just like scared of blogging, it's really not as hard as a lot of people make it out to be, because most people, you say blog, oh, I don't want to blog, I don't have nothing to, I don't want to, yeah. No, it's really simple. I actually do a blog post in like 5-10 minutes. It's done, it's out there, like Keisha was saying, and Victoria, it's your real estate. Once it's there, guys. Once you put something on the internet, it's kind of permanent, right? It is kind of permanent, so it'll be there for you, working for you in your sleep, working for you whether you work in another job, working for you while you're in the shower, So, it's permanent. It's always going to be there working for you, but you have to put it out there. You just have to put it out there. So, yeah, that's really my tips about blogging, and what has it done for me. I love it. And I don't think we have multiple blogs yet, right, with what we have right now. But with the blog, you can have multiple blogs as well. So a lot of people are into a lot of different things, so you can you can have multiple blogs as well, but that's a whole nother story. But anyways, once you get a blog up, it's there, it's for the long term. It'll take some time to get yourself into the search engines, but once you're up and running and you're consistent with it and it's ongoing, I mean, it'll be years pass by, you'll get a commission or something like that, or a sale or what have you, from something you did months ago, a year ago. So as long as you're consistent with it and you keep going with it, it's a no-brainer, really. And we do get a lot, guys. We do get a lot for the investment that you do make. It is a $25 monthly blogging platform, and I've done other blogs before, and you really can't beat the price, because like Keisha said, it is a WordPress, but yeah, you can get the WordPress for free, but then you have to pay for hosting. And then if you don't like their themes that they have, you can buy a theme. I think I did a blog, I had a blog, because I do some other blogs myself, but a theme will cost you like $40 just for a theme. Okay, where with the $25 here, we get what, 4 themes, guys, right? 4 themes, and you can change them up. So it could be costly if you go out and try to do this all on your own, especially if you don't know what you're doing. You have to. It's not something easy. I tried it, guys. It's really not. So I mean, to pay $25 a month, have everything set up for you. All you do is put your content on there, put your pictures, your video, participate in the 21 blogging day challenge, participate in the groups, and get your blogs up. $25, 1, 2, 3, and you're done.
So I'm gonna go ahead and share what blogging has done for my business, and then we're gonna go ahead and let Roger close it out. And I think the biggest thing that blogging has really done for my business is provide me with connections that I would normally not have. People come to your blog, they leave a comment, or they hit the contact button and they send you an email. And I think that's one of the bigger things, outside of making money. We all know that connections are, it's just, you can make money, but there's no value there's no price, that you can place on the value of having a connection. And especially a connection that's worth something. Just being connected to people that can hook you up with, graphic design for a webinar that you're hosting, or somebody that can hook you up with, content, so that you don't have to actually be doing the blogging on your blog. So I think that that's one of the biggest things. It's allowed me to connect with people that I wouldn't normally have access to. And it's not because, and it's primarily because they came seeking out the information that I was putting in the marketplace. They saw value and wanted to create that connection. And so that's the biggest thing that blogging has done for my business, is just providing those connections with people, and not just regular people that have value, that can provide a service potentially for my business, or broaden out my connections to their connections as well. And so we're going to go ahead and let Roger close us out and let us know what blogging has done for his business.
Well, guys, you've heard some perspective tonight that is, from experience and different elements of why the people that are assembled here have been successful. And all we want you to do is, because really there's no more perspective. I think you've gotten a lot of perspective in 1 hour. I think the biggest thing is just for you to take action. Okay? If you see value in what we've shared with you tonight, all we're asking you to do is make a very, very simple decision for you and your family. Because you may be on this line right now. There's a person on this line right now that it has a voice and they just don't know how to project it. There's another person on this line that's saying, you know what, this is just isn't for me. There's another person on this line that just says, you know what, I thank God for the information that you've given me because I've been looking for something like this. And there's another person on this line with possibly a child or whatever the case may be that says, you know what, this is my last hope. Whatever your situation is right now and whatever you decide is okay by me. All we're asking for you to do is make a decision one way or another. Are you in or are you out? Because at the end of the day, we're going to do this with or without you. We're going to build a very, very large community together. Empowered Lifestyle Hour is going to be a worldwide brand with or without you. So at the end of the day, all we're asking you to do, again, is to make a simple decision that says, you know what, I'm going to choose blogging as a primary medium to get my voice out there, to get my ideas out there, to get my business out there and get more traffic and leads and sales, obviously from a technical perspective, but also to be around a group of people, more importantly, that can help me become a better person. You see, this isn't just about blogging, it's about actually you becoming the best version of you that you can be. And at the end of the day, that's all that counts. People say, well, you know what, how come you didn't talk about more technical stuff? Well, then if you thinking that, then you really didn't get what we were sharing tonight. Because you heard about sharing stories, sharing perspectives. The key word is sharing. Okay, if you don't know how to share, if you don't know how to engage with people, you don't know how to communicate with people, then blogging is essentially useless. All we're asking you to do is make a decision. One way or another, are you in or are you out? And at the end of the day, it's cool by me, whatever you decide. Because at the end of the day, we're going to build a very, very large presence with our show. And we want you to be part of it. We want you to be part of the movement that is the Empowered Lifestyle Hour. We want you to be part of the global impact that we can have and the vision that we can have together if you choose to decide to pull out your credit card and buy tonight. It's a simple decision. It doesn't take a lot of work. Doesn't take any ostracizing or deliberating on anyone's part. It just takes a simple decision and says, you know what, I think this is for me. And if it isn't for you, that's okay. We can part ways and be friends. But I am looking forward to working with those that really truly want to work with us. And for those of you that get started, you'll each receive a bonus from each and every one of us. For those that get started on tonight's show before midnight, you'll get a copy of our bonuses. And the thing is, I want you to get started with the person that got you to this line tonight. Okay? If it's me, great. If it's not, if it's Keisha, if it's Victoria, if it's Yamina, whatever the case may be, I want you to get started. Because at the end of the day, if you continue to do the things you've been doing, you're going to continue to get what you've been getting. And that ain't cute. I'm telling you that right now. Because you have a voice, we want to help you magnify that and get it out there in the marketplace. And we know that blogging is the truth, and it's the answer. So with that said, Victoria, back to you.
Well, that's really the end of our hangout, you guys. Thanks for coming and getting this information from us this evening. Just like Roger said, we're gonna be successful in doing what we're doing with or without you, but we would really prefer if you just did it with us. I mean, you're thinking in the back of your head, should I? Tomorrow, you don't want to be thinking, would I? And you know what I mean, and provide yourself all these excuses, and then spend the rest of your life thinking, oh, what if I could have got in at that low price? You never know when prices change. You never know what happens in the marketplace because everything is unpredictable. So go ahead and click the link below and join us. Get these bonuses that we have tonight. And that's all we have for you. So thank you for coming out, and we'll see you again next weekend. Next week.
All right. Thanks,
Many
guys.
See you guys.
Bye.
Good night.
Bye.